Alrighty, hey guys. Today we're gonna do another workout. Today's workout is going to focus on muscular endurance. So typically with muscular endurance, you'll see high reps, low rest. But today I'm actually gonna have our circuit be for 30-second reps rather than a number of reps. So that's gonna add a little bit of a cardiovascular component to the workout. So you might feel your heart rate keeping up and staying up there, but it's all good. That's what I want to see. So first, we have to start with warm up. The ACSM recommends a 5-minute general aerobic warm up and then dynamic stretching before workout. We save the static stretching for the end of the workout. So again, feel free to go on a 5-10 minute jog if you want to for your general aerobic warm up. But I'm also going to be doing a different version of a general aerobic warm-up that you can do without having to go outside. So you can follow along with me. I'll do the full warm-up right now. And then after that, like I said, we'll get into dynamic stretching. The warm-up is going to range from light to moderate intensity exercises. So you should be feeling from anywhere between 5 to 7 RPE throughout the entire thing. So just something to keep in mind. But yeah, let's get to it here. So first, we're going to be doing each exercise for either 1 minute or 30 seconds. So I'll kind of clarify as we go what it's going to be, but we're just going to go straight into each one. So first, we're going to do a minute of running in place. We can go running in place, again, inside, kind of boring, but the goal of this is just to start getting your heart rate up, start loosening up, get the blood flowing, start getting warm. You might have been sitting down doing work all day, so this is just something to get loose. We have a little bit of a different aerobic warm-up than I've done in my past videos today, so you can decide which one you like more. We're about over halfway here now. Good, keep it up. 15 seconds here. Think about breathing in through the nose, out through the mouth. Good, in about 5 seconds, we're gonna switch. Good, next we got torso twist with opposite elbow tap. So we're gonna go 1, 2, 3, 4, tap. Tap, 1, 2, 3, 4, tap. This is to warm up the spine. You might feel your back crack while doing this. You should have a little bit of a slight bend in the knees. Look athletic here. Good. We're about halfway through. 30 seconds left. You should also maybe feel your shoulders getting loosened up now. Good. So think about your breathing here. We got 15 seconds. Whoa. And next we're going to go into bodyweight squats. In 5. Good. All right, squats. Here we go. Something to think about squats is getting your butt down. Your butt going back should be your first movement. Try to get those thighs at least parallel to the ground. Again, this is another pretty simple exercise, but we are going to be doing some squat-like exercises in our circuit, so it's good to do exercises during your warm-up that are gonna look like, I guess you could say, the exercises that you're going to be doing in your circuit. Good, 20 seconds here. The next 4 exercises are all going to be for 30 seconds each. There will be something light intensity, and then we'll do something that is moderate intensity after that. So next we got lateral glute tap. So just going side to side, tapping the butt for 30 seconds here. Keep the tempo up. Think about breathing. 5 seconds here, and then we're gonna go into butt kicks. Go. You can do these butt kicks up and down a hallway if you want, or in place. We want to get our legs warmed up with these ones. Good, halfway. We got 2 more exercises after this, and then our 5-minute aerobic warm-up will be done. 3. Good, next we're gonna do lateral tap behind. So you're gonna step to the side like we were before, reach behind with your opposite foot. Good, we got 10 seconds left, and then we're gonna go into lateral ski jumps. 3, 2, good, lateral ski jumps here. Think about reaching out and collecting yourself when you get to the side. Keep that balance. Good. We got about 10 seconds here, you're almost done. Think about your breath. 5. And done, good. All right, so that was our aerobic portion of it. Next, we're gonna do dynamic stretches. We're gonna do bodyweight squats first, even though we already did them. Each of these dynamic stretches we're gonna do for 30 seconds each. I'll keep time, and yeah, you can follow along with me. So first, we'll do bodyweight squats. You can begin. By now, you should feel your heart rate up. You should feel like your blood's flowing a little bit better. You should feel warm. After this, we're going to do some lateral lunges. So now that we're in the dynamic stretching part of the warm-up, I want you to think about just that, stretching your muscles rather than just getting your heart rate up. 30-second switch, lateral lunges. These ones aren't necessarily about speed. It's about stretching. You should feel this one in your hip flexors, definitely your hamstrings. A little over halfway here. After this, we're going to do jumping jacks. I put jumping jacks just to keep that heart rate up. Keep things loose. In 2 seconds, we'll do jumping jacks and go. I've said this before, modified version of a jumping jack. Tap, tap, same arm action. Get those arms up. Otherwise, you can go like this. Got about 10 seconds left. Then we'll do knee to chest pulls in 5 here. Good, and knee to chest pulls. You should feel this in your hamstrings, glutes. I want you walking while you do these. I'll go back here. Got about halfway here. Good. 5 seconds, and then I believe we're going into quad pulls. Yep. So same thing, but we're doing quad pulls. Keep walking. Keep stretching. You're doing great. About halfway up here. After this, we're doing jumping jacks again. Put that heart rate up. 4 seconds here. And good, jumping jacks. Your warm-up in total should be about at least 10 minutes minimum. Might be 15, might be 20. Depends on what all you got to get done. Good. 5 seconds here, then we're going into monster kicks. And good. Trying to do these ones walking too. If your leg's not straight, that's alright. Should feel these in your hamstrings again. Hamstrings, calves. Depends how tight you are. About 10 seconds here. 5. Good. Alright, for the next minute, we're going to take the time and loosen up our arms. So whatever you got to do, I have a minute blocked off. You can do arm circles, back and forth. You can do tricep pulls, arms across the chest, or these tricep pulls. Whatever you want. Just get the arms, shoulders loose, stretched out. You can do some Michael Phelps here if you want. And then we're going to finish off with 30 seconds of jumping jacks. That'll complete our 10-minute warm-up. Got about 10 seconds here. Again, if you need to do any more exercises to get yourself warm, feel free to pause the video and do those. And jumping jacks. Oh, don't hit the fan, okay. Got about 20 seconds here. 15. Again, if you need to do the modified version, feel free to do that. We got about 5 seconds here. And good. Alrighty. I hope you feel warm. Yeah, watch out for those fans. They can get in the way sometimes. Good. Next, we will get into our circuit. Alrighty. Now we are ready to get into our circuit. We have about 7 exercises that we're going to be doing today. Again, full body stuff. I'm going to go through each exercise with you. So like I mentioned earlier, we're going to do each exercise for 30 seconds rather than for a number of reps to try and add some sort of an aerobic component to it. So yeah, I'll go through the whole 30 seconds with you so you can follow along. I will be doing 1 set with you, and then you will be completing 3 sets after this. So you will be doing a total of 4 sets. I'm only doing 1 just for the sake of the time of this video. But yeah, I'll go through that with you, and then after each exercise, I might talk about how to make it harder or easier, so some modifications or variations. So first set might be a little bit slower than if it was just you doing this alone, but yeah, I'll give you all that good information, and we'll get started. So first exercise, we've done this once before, squat get-ups. So the ones that burn, these I'll show you are going to be working the quads and glutes primarily. Higher intensity exercise, so you might be at about an 8 to 9 RPE, just to keep that in mind. Yeah, we'll start. I'll start the timer and go. Oh, yes. Okay, now go. Like I said, we're doing this for 30 seconds. Halfway through, I'm going to be switching, so we're coming up on the right leg rather than the left, which is now. Switch legs. To make this exercise harder, you can do it for a longer time. And to make it easier, you can just do an isometric squat like this. And good, that's 30. Good, next one, clamshells. So I'm going to do this with a band. If you don't have a band at home, that's fine, but the resistance is going to make it a little bit more difficult. And then, of course, to make this one easier, don't use a band. Okay. got this all in here. We're going to be doing this for 30 seconds each side. So 30, turn around, switch, 30 more. Yeah. Put this band right above your knee. You'll be lying on your hip. So you can start just opening up your hips. This is good stretch for your glutes. That's where you should be feeling this one. We got about 10 seconds here, and then we're going to switch sides. Like I said, to make this easier, get rid of the band, switch. This is a lower intensity exercise, so your RPE should be about 4 or 5. I should probably mention RPE stands for rate of perceived exertion. So how hard on a scale of 1 to 10 you feel like you're working. 1 being sitting on the couch, 10 being overexerting yourself. And good. Alrighty. Good job. The clamshell was kind of an accessory exercise to the squats, so that's why it's a little bit lower intensity. Yeah, third exercise, front lateral raises, another new one. I've been giving you a lot of push-ups and tricep dips, and both of those are focusing on or targeting the triceps, so I wanted to add something that is more targeting your biceps, but this is also the primary muscle, I would say, is the deltoid that this exercise is targeting. So I'm making do with my weights here. I got some 5-pound ankle weights that I'll be holding in one hand, and 5-pound clarinet that my brother used to play. So get creative. I weighed these on a food scale, which is how I know that they are 5 pounds each. Again, there's definitely an imbalance because this has a larger surface area than this, but when I do these, I'll keep the heavier weight, I'll switch. So like this time I'll have this in my right hand, and then the next set I'll have the heavy weight in my left, so that I'm using the heavy weight in both hands, if that makes sense. So like I said, front lateral raises. This is going to be targeting deltoid, biceps, serratus anterior, supraspinatus. To make this harder, to make it harder, easier, just manipulate the weight. So more weight, harder, less weight, easier. Alright, so got the time started here. So we're going out and then lateral. Try and keep those arms straight if you can. As you can see, mine aren't super straight, but as best as you can. This is probably about a moderate intensity exercise, so maybe a 6 to 7 RPE is what you're feeling right now. Good, almost done here. And good. Again, just be creative with the weights. You can get Walmart grocery bags and put cans in them, and those can be your weights. So whatever you can find is perfect. Good. Next one, we're on to our fourth already, is a single leg glute bridge. So we've done glute bridges in the past with 2 legs, but this one is going to be 1 leg. Targeting your glutes, obviously, and hamstrings. This is moderate, maybe high intensity exercise, so you might be at a 6, 7, maybe 8. So we'll start that here. We'll again do 30 seconds each side. I'm going to bring this down here. Alrighty. And go. So just like the glute bridge, get your hips up as high as you can. Except you're on 1 leg now. It's going to make the intensity a little bit higher. If it were 2 legs, halfway here, good job. You should be feeling it in your glute. Hamstring is probably burning. Also, another thing to think about is engaging your core through the movement. Good, switch. So, keep going. I'm going to show you one way to make it harder here. You can elevate your feet onto a chair, like so. So as you can see, you have to get your hips a lot higher than if your feet were on the ground, which is why it makes it harder. Couple seconds here, and good. So yeah, if I showed you one way to make it harder, if you want to make that easier, just do your regular glute bridge with 2 feet on the ground. So yeah, good job. We done with that. We got 3 more exercises here. Keep it up. Next we're going to do a straight arm plank with toe tap. So the next 2 exercises are going to be some core exercises. Typically in resistance training workout, you'll have your core exercises at the end. I mean, you have to use your core for pretty much every exercise, but I had a couple of core exercises here. Like I said, first one, straight arm plank with toe tap. This is going to be targeting rectus abdominis here, your 6-pack muscles, transverse abdominis, and a little bit of obliques that will act as stabilizers. So I guess I'll give you a side view first. We'll do this for 30 seconds here. Get in that plank position, again, straight arm. We don't want your butt up like this. Keep it down. And go. So tap, bring it back in. Tap, bring it back in. Switch here, keep it up, keep going. I'm going to show you each side. Good. Think about engaging that core. Again, keep it up. We're almost done. I'm going to show you a way to make it harder. Raise your feet up on a chair, on a couch, and good. You can go down. So raising your feet up is going to make it harder. It's going to make your it's going to add more intensity because you have to stabilize your core even more so because your feet are elevated. So something great to use to elevate your feet, I said chair, couch, yoga ball, you can't see, but that's fine, is great to do that. So yeah, good job. Oh, and then if it's easier, if you want to make it easier, go down into a regular plank with no toe tap. If that's still too hard, a straight arm plank, then go down on your forearms and just do a regular plank. Next, we got Russian twists. I believe we've done these before. These are going to work on your obliques, but also, of course, rectus and transverse abdominis. This is moderate intensity exercise, so about 6 to 7 RPE. Yeah, we'll start. I got the time here. And go. Oh, go. Again, this is a 5-pound weight. Find whatever you can. If you want to make this harder, you can add more weight. Easier, no weight. We got about 10 seconds here. Good. 5. And good. This is kind of obvious, but to make any of these exercises harder, you can also just increase the time. So do 45 seconds, a minute of each rather than 30 like I'm doing right now. So, yeah, thought for next time. And the last exercise, definitely a fan favorite. We got burpees here. I like to put some sort of exercise that's going to keep your heart rate up at the end of the workout, so we can still get that good sweat in. Yeah, so we got burpees with no push-up. So to make it harder, do a push-up at the bottom to make it easier. Don't jump at the top. So this is a higher intensity exercise because it's going to get your heart rate up. So maybe 8 or 9 RPE is how you'll be feeling. But yeah, we will get going on that. 30 seconds again. Watch out for the fan. And go. Good. 10 seconds. I'll give your side over here. Over halfway. To make this easier, don't jump at the top. To make this harder, do a push-up at the bottom. And done. Goes by fast. Good job. So yeah, that was 7 exercises. That was your circuit. Pause this video, take a 30-second rest right now in between each set. And then, yeah, pause the video, do 3 more rounds, so you do 4 total, and then come back and we'll do some static stretching. Alrighty, great job. Good job completing the workout. I hope you feel tired, but good. Good. Yeah, just good. Okay. So next for the cool down, we're going to do static stretching. ACSM and NSCA recommend static stretching after workout. So we're going to hold each stretch for 30 seconds. You can follow along with me. I'll do the whole thing with you. Think about stretching to a point of discomfort. I mean, overall, this should feel good. You should feel good after you stretch, but while you're stretching, think about stretching to that point. But all of these are pretty much very light intensity, so think about 3 or less RP on that scale of 1 to 10. So I'll keep time. First thing we're going to do is a bear squat calf stretch. This is going to be stretching your gastrocnemius and soleus, which make up your calves here. So I'll get the time going. Again, 30 seconds each. I'll do 30 seconds and then alternate. You can alternate back and forth like so. One leg should be relatively straight while the other is bent. Butt should be up in the air. We got about 5 seconds here. Good. Next one, a kneeling quad and hip flexor stretch. So like it says in the name, you'll feel it in your quads, you'll feel it in your hip flexors here. A couple variations. I'm going to start, we're going to hold it for 30 seconds each side. Couple variations depending on what you want to stretch. So look, right now you can see my hips are lunged forward because I'm trying to stretch this hip flexor here. But if you want to feel more of a stretch in your quad, lift this back knee up and you should feel a stretch in your quad and your hip flexor still. Another thing that you can do is a reach. That'll feel good in your in your core. But totally up to you. We're going to switch legs here. Or you can do kind of all 3. Up to you. One thing while we're doing these static stretches, we want to decrease our heart rate. So think about deep, slow breaths in through the nose and out through the mouth still, but deep and slow. Good. Okay. Next we got a lying glute stretch. So we have done this one before. We'll hold it for 30 seconds again. Says in the name, you're gonna feel it in your glutes. So
which is good. Today's workout, we did a lot of things that targeted your glutes, so it's good to stretch that out. So you're gonna put one leg on top, and then with both your hands, you're gonna reach and bring this leg off the ground as well. If this is too difficult for you for whatever reason, you can actually do this sitting up, and just hold it like this. If this is still too difficult for you, you can just bring your leg up to your knee, however close you just want to feel that stretch right here. We got about 5 seconds here, and then we'll switch. Good, and switch. Other leg crosses over. So you'll actually feel this in the glute of the leg that's crossed over, whether you thought that was going to happen or not. Halfway now. Good, deep, slow, controlled breathing here. And we're good. Again, if any of these feel especially good, if you're especially tight, pause the video and keep stretching. Stretch for longer if you want. All right, next we got an adductor rocker. This is a new one for you. We're going to be on our knee. One leg is going to be extended out. Your weight's going to be on the heel of this leg, or the inside of the leg, and you're going to rock back. I'll show you this way too. Rock back here, and you should feel this. I'm going to start the time. You can go down on your forearms if that feels better. You should feel this right inside your thigh. Good, we got 10 seconds here. And switch. So as you can see, I'm kind of perched up on my back foot while I'm doing this. Switch legs here, go. Again, no rocking is necessary. I just call it adductor rockers. Ten seconds here. And good. Hopefully your heart rate has gone down some. You feel like you're cooling down. Next, we're going to do a figure 4. This is going to target primarily your quadratus lumborum, which is down in your lower back. So you should feel some stretching, but also relief down there. We'll hold 3 seconds each side. So what you're going to do is you're going to cross the leg over again, and you're just going to bring it down, like so. You can start. One thing to think about while you're doing this probably looks really weird, keeping that opposite shoulder down. So my left leg is crossed over my right, and I want to make sure that my right shoulder is still down on the ground. We got about 10 seconds here, and then we'll switch. Good, and switch. So you're kind of falling down on the side. Right leg is crossed over, I'm falling to my right. Ten seconds here. Keep it up. And good. Next one. Switch my sheets here. Next one is the simple toe touch. You can do this. I'm going to do it
sitting down here, but you can do it standing up if you'd like. Try and keep your knees straight if you can, especially my clients, because we'll be doing sit and reach testing at the end. So you can go. If you can't touch your toes, that's fine. You feel this in your hamstrings.
Halfway, good job.
Something that's helpful to me when I'm breathing and stretching is as I'm exhaling, I try to stretch a little further, and then I inhale, and then exhale, try to stretch a little further.
Good.
We got 2 more stretches here. This next one, again, you can do standing or sitting, but it'll be a seated side bend or standing side bend. Legs don't need to be crossed, but you want to target these external obliques here, so we're going to stretch to the side. Also go down on your forearm if you don't feel enough of a stretch. Good, over halfway. Then we'll switch sides here. And switch. Same thing, opposite side. Again, this is targeting your external obliques, which are right here. We use these when we were doing our core exercises, especially the Russian twist and the side plank with toe tap. Or straight on plank, sorry. And good. All right, we got one more that I'll do with you now. It's called the Cobra. This is going to feel good. Your rectus abdominis, which again we used in our circuit today, and then also your spinalis, which is in your back. And you can go. A lot of time the stretch is partnered with the one where you can also partner with that stretch, but no, I'm just going to do the Cobra. Kind of wiggle your shoulders. Feel good. And we're good. All right. Great job today. Again, if you want to stretch anything else, feel free to do that. Do that right now. And then also, if you have a roller at home, feel free to roll out. That's going to help alleviate some of your stiffness and pain that you might have later on today or tomorrow. Don't forget to keep hydrating. The weather's getting warmer, so we especially want to make sure that we're drinking enough water. And then, yeah, go have a snack, eat some protein, get some carbs in, and have a good day. Thanks for watching.